Michelle, welcome. Thank you so much for being with
Yay!
us. Oh my gosh. So let me give you a proper introduction. Where, first of all, are you calling from? You're in,
I am
Ma-
I
Ma-
am currently in Madeira Island.
oh my gosh. So this island that's in
Yes.
the background, you were there. It's in Portugal.
Yes, it's the
What?
most beautiful place in the world. They also call it the Hawaii of Europe and the island of eternal spring.
I love that. I've heard of this.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay, you guys, I'm so excited for our chat. I was trying to get Michelle on the first summit, and the timing didn't work out because she was in Bali, and I think it was going to have to be like 2 a.m. for her. So I'm so happy we could make this work out. So Michelle is the founder and CEO of the Nomad Escape. It's basically business events for location independent people. So a lot of us. And it's basically like high quality mastermind retreats for your professional and personal growth. Welcome, Michelle. Let
Thank
me
you.
know if I introduced you all right, and tell us also like, yeah, tell us about the Nomad Escape and this community and like what it's all about.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And I'm so excited. I'm just a little bit looking in the chat and all these beautiful people here. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I think it's so awesome that you're taking this first step. Like, I know it's scary, like when you're thinking about living abroad or working remotely, and then you have the idea like, oh my God, where to start? How does this work? It looks like one big mystery. And that is exactly how it started for me 6 years ago. I was literally Googling how to make money while traveling the world, and I had no clue how to do that. I was a teacher and a social worker. That's my background. And I think it's a beautiful story because a lot of people can identify with that. I just worked in the public sector even. I worked always with school dropouts. And I thought always it was impossible for someone like me. Like I'm from the Netherlands, I'm 35, I'm from a small town. And I did live abroad before I became a digital nomad. I lived for 6 years in South America, but I had a normal job there and yeah, a house, 3 cats, 2 cars and everything. But I decided when I was 29, like, hey, I want to be location independent. Even though I lived in a beautiful tropical country in South America,
Mhm.
I didn't want to ask my boss anymore, like, hey, can I please take off this week and go for a holiday? Or let's say my mother is sick, I need to go back to the Netherlands. Can I please take a few days off? Like I was always thinking about like, how can I do this creatively? And I
Right.
had no clue. So basically, to share you guys a little bit of my story, and I think it becomes a little bit more clear for you guys because it's actually quite easy story, I think, and very logical, which you could do as well. So how I started basically, when I wanted to go abroad and live abroad, I had no clue how to make money. And I wanted to go, for example, to Australia or to Bali, but it's very hard to get like a work visa. Or, for example, in Bali, you don't make sufficient income. How I'm going to sustain myself there? First getting a job, that's very hard. But then as well, yeah, it's not enough money what you make there. You cannot never leave the country anymore. So what I did, I was luckily 29 then, and until your 30th, you can get a working holiday visa in Australia. And I
Oh,
see a few people, they are under 30, some people definitely past 30 here. I love to see that and people still want to go abroad. But I
love it.
just share this story because there are some creative opportunities potentially for you as well. So in my case, luckily, there was a working holiday visa. I went from Suriname all the way to Australia. So this is South America to Australia by myself with a backpack and literally with 400 euros in my bank account. I had nothing and I was like, you know what? I want to do it now or never. I had no kids. I didn't buy a house yet. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to do it. I always dreamt of this to really travel.
Mhm.
And let's see. I mean, I have nothing to lose. So, why not give it a try? So I
Yeah.
went there and I got different jobs. So I worked as a tour guide on different trips. I was a waitress in a fish restaurant and I became a cocktail shaker in a casino.
Okay. Wow.
And basically, I got then when I was a tour guide for a company, the owner asked me like, "Hey, do you want to sell our trips on help me selling our trips?" I was like, "How?" Yeah, maybe in Facebook groups or so. I was like, sure, let me check what I can do. But I had zero digital skills. Like it was not my thing. I did some stuff before. I had some jobs that required some like very entry level social media skills, but definitely not sales and real marketing. So I went into Facebook groups looking at like, how do people offer services or products? And this for you guys could be a way to do it. You know,
Okay.
like this is how I made my first 100,000 euros in Facebook groups with no ads in sales, not profit, revenue, but it's a way to go.
Tell us
So
how. Tell
yes,
us how,
everyone wants to
Michelle.
know.
Tell us.
I know. So what I found out when I worked for that company, basically, they sold trips for backpackers. And I was like, okay, where are those backpackers? We need to reach them, right? So I found out there's a lot of Facebook groups for backpackers, but basically there are Facebook groups for every type of person or profession. So you have digital nomad, digital nomad Facebook groups. You have Facebook groups for pets. I heard people were talking about pets. You have Facebook groups for traveling parents, whatever. You have anything you can name and think of. There's a Facebook group for it. So it's the best way to find those people because they're concentrated there, right? So what I found out, okay, I'm gonna go to Facebook groups where are these backpackers where they want to sell these trips to, and I just started writing from the heart. And I found out until now still, this is the best way to sell a product or service because people identify with people. People buy from people. People buy stories. People buy from people that they like, right? And trust. So I just started writing and I found out I'm actually good at it. And I found also out you don't per se have to be good at it. You need to be like really yourself and write and talk from the heart. So literally, I wrote, hey guys, my name is Michelle. I'm a backpacker from the Netherlands. And when I was traveling around, I really missed the right people around me. And I found out this group that is traveling around Australia, and I joined them. And every day, you know, for 30 days, we're going to go whatever from the north to the south in Australia. Every day we to go to a new place, and we go horse riding, skydiving, blah, 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 blah. So I described what we're going to do and how it solved my issue that I felt lonely. And I had to book all these trips by myself and also every time travel buddies. So I just wrote it like that. I took 5 photos that really showcased me as a traveler, but also the experience that we would do. It was insane. I just dropped it within 30 minutes. I think like 100 people interested. It's like, wow, fuck, this is lead generation. I didn't even know the word lead generation, you know, and then so many people replied on it. And I was like, okay, interesting. So I started just chatting with these people. I got them on a DM in Facebook groups, but this is 6 years ago. Things have changed. Facebook's groups have been became more strict. Have
Yes.
to tell you that, but the way how I was writing still works. And you can still be creative or build your own group. So basically, I started selling these trips by just chatting with people, like, hey, I'm going to be on the next group. Do you want to join me, etc. And found out I'm good at it. So then I started making commissions on every trip I sold. So the trips were about $2,000 to $3,000, and I took 10%. And then sometimes I sold 10, 15 trips a week. So you
Wow.
can count, you know, I made my first money like that for basically for a bus. I was like, oh, this is very interesting. So I started selling online without even realizing what is really sales or lead generation, etc.
It sounded like you were just being yourself and start
Exactly.
conversation and then things
Exactly.
happening for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And for sure, everyone here, I see some faces here, everyone here has their unique story. And everyone here has some experience that they're dealing with or a challenge or a struggle that they want to solve and maybe can help other people also with. So moving forward, I ended that job. I had to leave Australia. I was like, I don't want to leave Australia and I don't want to go back to the Netherlands and I don't want to go back to Suriname and I want to keep on traveling. How do I do that? So I literally Googled how to make money online, right? So I got more understanding, okay, how do people do that? As I was already doing sales in Facebook groups, which was connected to like marketing and like personal branding of myself, I found out just digital marketing in general. You know, Facebook ad campaigns, building websites, social media management. And then basically every day from then on, I studied 5 hours, just YouTube videos. I
Nice.
never invested then, back then, now I do that. Then I had no budget, but then I didn't invest in courses. Guys, if you want to learn something, everything is online. There's
Yeah.
no excuse that you don't have the money or whatever. It is there. It's on YouTube, it's in ChatGPT with AI. Just type it in. It creates whole courses for you. There's people like me out there. It is there.
Yeah. And I
So,
resonate too, Michelle, if I could interject.
of course.
4 years ago, I created a web design and social media agency.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I taught myself how to do web design from YouTube videos. And
Exactly.
it's a very successful web
Exactly.
design agency. And I work with clients here in America and live in Spain normally. So it's like,
Exactly.
what? You can create anything. So I love that.
Exactly. Yeah, so I just want to share this because I know that you see so many things, oh, how to make money online, become rich and blah blah blah, and like all the secrets, etc.
Right.
But you can learn everything online. It's up to you. You need to really push it. Like there's no shortcut. You need to
Right.
work hard.
You do.
Unless you are a seasoned investor, for example, and know how to do day trading, whatever, but you had to learn that as well, right? Or you were very lucky with Bitcoin or whatever. That is also, I meet those people as well. But if you're starting from scratch and you don't understand when to start and you want to build digital skills, you just need to learn. It's the same that we went to school when we were kids, right?
Yeah. Michelle, can I interject? We have a
Of
question from the
course.
chat. Graham,
Yes.
Graham is asking, how can you convince people to take you seriously if you only learned from the internet and don't have a degree or professional experience? I'd like to first say the top entrepreneurs that are making multi-million dollars did not go to college. Let me just say that. And then I
Exactly.
want Michelle to like keep going.
People take you seriously in two ways, I think. First, if they can resonate with your story, you can show them that you've been there and that you overcame it. And second, you can solve their problem. People are willing to pay mostly, if you look at the fundamentals of marketing, people want to mostly solve health, wealth, or relationships, right?
Mhm.
And in my case was, for example, relationships and also health, because people want to find new friends while traveling the world, but also you want to get out there. You don't want to be stuck at home. You feel drained, etc.
Mhm.
So people are willing to pay for experiences, or let's say you start as a digital marketer, people want to be helped. However, well, what's his name that asked the question?
Graham.
Oh, hi, Graham. I cannot see your face, but thank you for the question. Um, so basically, and I have not finished my story yet, and this is where my digital marketing journey started and made me able to now build a six-figure business of my dreams.
Yeah.
So, uh, basically, when I started developing my digital marketing skills, yes, just like you, I had the doubts like, okay, who is trusting me and who wants to pay me for that? So, what I did, I studied every day, but I do believe, and for me, my brain works like that. I learn by really doing. I can watch videos, I can make notes, but I need to apply what I've learned, right? And how can I apply when I really work with clients or build things for myself? But the best way to do it is working for clients. So what I did to gain my first clients, and there's different opinions about that. I know people who are very successful, are multimillionaires who started like that, and I know people who are multimillionaires and say you should not start like that. So that's up to you. But for me, it worked. I literally typed again in Facebook groups when I became a digital marketer and started my first Facebook ad campaigns for clients. I chose small business owners, local business owners in Cairns, a small town in the north of Australia. And I wrote the following text. Hey guys, my name is Michelle. I'm a digital marketer and I'm learning to create Facebook ad campaigns for small business owners. I would love to help you to gain more leads and increase your conversions through Facebook ads campaigns. I'm looking for business owners who want to work with me, and as I'm developing my skills, I'm not charging you for my services. The only thing that I would ask you is to pay for the ad budget. It's up to you. Can be $100, can be $1,000, and my goal is to double it for you. If you're happy with my services, I ask you to create a video testimonial or a written testimonial. Again, within 30 minutes, 30 leads. So then I made a spreadsheet. I had all these people. I had aircon companies, pet sitting companies, beauty salons, dentists, whatever. I chose the aircon company because it became very hot in Cairns. It was like
Oh,
I call it hot season.
yeah.
Hot season, very hot season. So basically, I started with them and I explained my situation. I was just honest. I didn't bullshit. Yes, I was digital marketing. I built some websites. I created some stuff, but I was developing my Facebook ad skills basically. And I just started, and they started with 200, and then I tripled it. Actually, they got 600 in sales very quick, and I gained a lot of leads, and then they started hiring me. Then I started with the next client, etc., etc. At the end, I had 4 clients through that campaign, and they started paying me. Then I started building websites for other people, and then I went to Bali. And I lived like a god in Bali, because Bali is, unfortunately for the Balinese people there, a low income country. But with $2,500, $3,000, you're literally a king there, or
Yep.
queen in my case.
Mhm.
So yeah, I could live a very comfortable life. So that is how I started. And I hope that I answered Graham's question a little bit. I think you should never bullshit. You know, you should never say things that are not true. Don't lie about things. However, I mean, everyone needs to start somewhere. The doctor that you're seeing started as an intern or whatever, right? And as a student, everyone that you're working with. So you just need to have these first people that have the trust in you. You need to deliver quality. And if you're doing a good job, they will also refer you to other people.
Of
And
course.
that's another thing. Always ask for referrals.
And the other thing, Michelle,
Yes.
and to answer your question, Graham, what business owners and people want is a solution to their problems.
Yes.
If you can showcase that you have the solution and that you will provide the best solution, it doesn't matter. People don't
Exactly.
care. Do you know how many people are taking their life experience, such as Michelle, such as myself, such as Avi, and turning that into something that's going to help people and support
Mhm.
them? It's
Mhm.
problem solution. Like, that's just really what I wanted to add to it. But keep going, Michelle. We have another question.
Okay.
Kimberly is asking, hold on really quick. I got to scroll up. I've noticed that many Facebook groups do not let you self-promote. How do you circumvent that? And I think
Yeah.
the way that you phrased it, it did not sound like you were selling. You were offering, you were giving. She was
Yeah.
giving, guys.
Yeah.
Giving is really important. She was offering free value.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, well, I have to say, and I said it before, that things have changed in Facebook groups. Like 6 years ago, it was way more open. Now everyone found out it's a way, of course, to reach people. So everyone started using or abusing these channels. So moderators are way more strict. However, you can still get through. And that is by incorporating a personal story. Never start with like, hey, I'm selling this, la la la. No, hey, my name is Michelle, and I am a online entrepreneur from the Netherlands, currently in Madeira Island, and I whatever, I'm developing my skills and that. 5 years ago, I left the Netherlands because I really wanted to, live abroad, blah blah blah. So you write a whole story more on an emotional perspective, from an emotional perspective that other people can identify with. And then when you find the right people, but it depends also on your services, of course, you can at the end have a hook or a call to action saying like, hey, as I experience myself how hard it is to XYZ, I am here to help you. Feel free to drop a DM or drop a yes or a heart in the comments, and I will reach out to you. Something like that. So you do sales, but without being salesy.
Right.
However, it becomes harder. It is, because the world of advertising, Facebook is also, they just want you to put budget.
Right.
It's just business at the end. Then, like if you want to avoid Facebook groups, build your own audience. Like just start directly with that. That's why community, we're talking about it as well. I believe that community-based businesses are the strongest businesses, because people want to be part of your journey, and they see you as a role model, and they keep on following you, and then they start seeing, okay, what is she offering? Oh, I want to meet her. I want to work with her, right? And then you can start selling. It will take a little bit of time, but your own audience is the best basically to sell to, right? Because people trust you. Yeah.
Nice. Hey, Michelle, can we talk
Yeah.
about the Nomad Escape? Because
Yes,
I feel
absolutely.
like everybody needs to know about the Nomad Escape. So besides all of this awesome these digital marketing, it's so helpful. Thank you so much. Tell us about the Nomad Escape and the community you have and the programs you guys are running. I mean, on this beautiful island and other places around the world. I think I saw last night you guys this is your 8th one that you're doing, right? In May?
28.
28. Okay. I had it wrong. I thought I saw 8, but it was 28.
Number
Wow. Wow.
28. Yes,
Tell
yes,
us about
yes.
the Nomad Escape and like how it can help people.
Sure. So basically, it is interesting because this was developed out of my own needs. So when I became a digital marketer, went to Bali, which was great. I lived in paradise. I felt very isolated and drained because when you work alone on your business or project, you know, you are in your own bubble, and sometimes it is hard to find people to discuss ideas with or challenges with. You're stuck how to, you know, like who to talk with. Even though I lived in an entrepreneur villa with 30 other entrepreneurs, everyone was so glued to their laptop and not, you know, like collaborating. I felt like, okay, I'm trying to figure out everything myself, and I'm really getting tired and isolated. It was like by day people were working, in the evening people were partying, but there was nothing in between of like, okay, how can we help each other? And it's exactly this space where everyone here comes together to learn, right? To support each other. Okay, here's experts speaking, but if you guys would talk with each other, you can also learn from each other. I really believe in that as well.
I
So
love that.
basically, yeah,
Yeah.
I created the Nomad Escape based on my own needs. I achieved becoming a digital nomad. I traveled around the world, but I felt stuck and I didn't have the right people to brainstorm with and to go into depth with about business, about strategy, about sales, gaining clients, vision for you know, for the future of my life, lifestyle design. So when I felt this isolated and drained while living in paradise, I felt almost guilty. And I was like, is it me? You know, I should not feel bad. I live in paradise. And then I started talking with other people like, hey, how do you feel? And people felt similar in sense of like the lack of really community. People who understand what you're building and that you're trying to get your clients, maintain your proper income, and then traveling the world and helping each other, growing and expanding mindset, skills, business network. I interviewed 40 people and I found out everyone wanted it and everyone needed it basically, and everyone loved the concept. So I started developing workshops, and people just, that was for free. People just came in and we started doing mini hot seats and masterminds. Mastermind means that you can share a business idea or a challenge or something that you have on your mind or plate or heart that you would like to get support with or a fresh perspective on, right? So for you guys, for example, like, hey, I'm whatever living in the US. I already have the job for 30 years, but I really want to leave and I want to move abroad. How can I do that? Right? This could be a question. So in these sessions, everyone helps you. All a bunch of smart people from all around the world with an amazing network. So when these people listen to you and you get all these input, your whole world expands and you know your options multiply. And I started doing a few workshops like, oh, wow, this is great. And people came up to me and Michelle, you're really good at this. My background is social work, education, and training and development. And I love it. So the combination now with the travel lifestyle, basically digital marketing, branding my own concept, entrepreneurship, and community all came together. I was like, wow, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I can work with people like myself and like all of you guys in beautiful destinations. People want to come together to brainstorm and to really grow. Why not build a business? So then with my limited web development skills, I built my own first website. I just put it online and I just started selling in Facebook groups exactly how I did it for the trips and how I started selling my digital marketing skills.
Wow.
And people started signing up and I sold back to back, and basically now it's my 28th edition. So in a nutshell what we do, so we offer different meetups and retreats and business events, but they're all growth accelerators. So we work on your personal and professional growth, where you that helps you to create a life on your terms, whatever that may be. We have people who are, you know, we are called the Nomad Escape, but actually I think 70% who joins us is not really a digital nomad. They work from home, for example, or they have a job, whatever, in their hometown, but they just want to get out. They want to have an escape. They want to meet all these incredible people, getting inspired, go back home, and then maybe one day leave. But then we have also a lot of digital nomads who are already doing it, but do feel lonely or want to have more inspiration.
And
So what?
Michelle, the
Mhm.
the website, I mean, I
Yeah,
was so inspired yesterday watching your videos. FYI, great job with all of that. It looks amazing. Like I actually want to sign up for one of them. I'm going to sign up
thank
for
you.
one of them. I don't
Thank
think
you.
I can do the May one.
Yeah.
Thinking about the October one because the testimonials you have about like how people are like this is a networking opportunity. So
Yeah, it is.
living abroad coaching or for like my web design agency that I have, I feel like so many contacts can be made. And then just like the masterminds you guys have and the trainings.
Yeah,
It's top
exactly.
notch. So if you guys haven't seen this, I've dropped all of Michelle's links. So I've put her email is here. You can check out her website as well as I just dropped the free gift. Michelle, will you tell us about the free gift? It's 99 cents access for the
Yes.
Club instead of $17.
Yes, exactly. So we have an online community where all these people come together as well before they join an escape or after they join an escape. But in there we do also online masterminds, workshops, etc. And if you have a question, you can drop it there and we help you getting that answered or get you connected to the right person.
I love
So we
that.
give now for 99 cents access to the online community, which is normally 17 euros to get in. But I have an extra present, if that's okay by you, Shauna.
Yeah,
I
go
would
ahead.
love to drop a discount code also for the next retreats. So for in Madeira Island, for the ones, if you are very spontaneously and you say like, hey, I want to join like in a month from now, I really, really want to change my life and meet these incredible people live. I'm happy to give you a discount of 20%.
Cool.
And that's about 600 euros discount. So that's a lot of
Okay,
discount. So
that's amazing.
yes,
The promo code, I'll
yes,
drop it in the chat.
yeah. Give me 1 second.
I'm sure Avi also, like Avi who was before, like this is totally his vibe. He literally just booked his flight to Gran Canary Islands like the day of. So promo code.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'll drop here the link for the retreat in May. And anyone like feel free to, can I drop it in the chat?
Yeah, go ahead. Put it to
Yeah.
everyone. And then while
So
she's doing that, who has questions? Raise your hand.
Oh.
We only have 2 minutes for questions.
Ooh, this went so quick.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Because you
listening,
had
guys.
so much information and it was so good. Raise your hand if you guys have any questions about the community, the Nomad Escape community, achieving your goal of starting a business, remote work, anything. Or if you're shy, you can put it in the chat. Okay, Selena, try to make it concise, your question. I'll bring you up here. Hi, Selena. Nice to meet you.
Hi. I'm Dutch as
Hey.
well.
Oh,
Yay.
mooi, gezellig hoor.
Hoi, gezellig.
Oh,
I
you're
had a
Dutch
question.
too? Okay, cool.
I had a question about so it's great that you have this Nomad Escape, which I love. I'm trying to be a digital nomad, so I first have to come there and go there. Maybe you could just go to an escape as well.
Yeah.
But do you have any tips? Like these events, but when you become
Mhm.
a digital nomad and you feel that loneliness and there is no Nomad Escape nearby, like
Yeah.
how do you get over that? Like how do you meet the new people? How do you do work together? And
Yeah.
can be social?
Well, you have two options. You can do online, for example, like in our community. So we have a lot of people joining online and they get a lot of energy out of it. So let's say we have a conversation like this. It does give a lot of energy. However, offline is just like totally another story, of course, right? You can really meet people. Then if you are not able to leave the Netherlands, I left the Netherlands because it's impossible to meet those people there. It's very hard depending where you live. But in Amsterdam or like bigger cities, there are some meetups, but where you need to look more is like maybe like entrepreneur meetups, startups, etc. A little bit more international. If you cannot find the keyword digital nomad, for example. Other thing you could do is build your own community, and that's the strongest. I think for everyone here, like if you want to achieve something, build your network. People are the most important. And when you are hosting your own event, that's the first thing I do. When I arrive in a new place, I went to Tulum, I went to Tallinn in Estonia, I go to Bali. The first thing I do, once I arrive that first week, I host events myself for free. People come for free. You just put on Eventbrite or whatever, Facebook events. People come there. You are the organizer. Yes, a little bit of work, but people see you directly as, how do you say that? You're the authority, right? So when you are organizing an event and it's a cool event, people come up to you like, oh my God, this is so great. They will not forget about you. So that's another option if you cannot find those people. But if you want to meet those people, if you can leave, and you cannot leave too far in Europe, there's some spots, Lisbon, Madeira, Barcelona, there's some Canary Islands. That's not too far. I mean, like you can get a ticket for $200 and I don't know your situation, of course. But the best to speed up your process, that's really like joining an event like ours, because there you meet all those people, they're doing it already. You can literally sit with me, for example, okay, Michelle, tell me exactly how you did it, how the process, etc. So it just speeds it up.
Awesome.
next level.
Great.
And
Thanks, Tim.
yeah, a lot of people also with us, if I can add to that, to just give you an idea, I can give a lot of examples, but we, in the last 2.5 years, we generated over 750,000 euros through our network, through that people, let's say that you would join, I don't know exactly what you're doing, but let's say you're a web developer, you talk about that in an event, and other business owners are there like, hey, I need a website. They start hiring you, they know you now, they trust you, right? But then you find someone else who wants to build a business, like, hey, let's build this business together. We have people who got capital, like even investments and funds. And another girl in our retreat hired another guy on the spot, 50K, Facebook ads. What? I was like, okay, cool. This is a cool program. It's my own program. I didn't even make 50K on it, right? So yeah, so expose yourself to the right people and it will happen.
Awesome.
Great. Thank you for the advice.
Thank you for your question, Selena, and best of luck to you. We're here for you. And thank you so much, Michelle. It was so awesome to have you. We love your energy. We love your story. It really shows that you can honestly, you guys, create anything you freaking want. Michelle is a living testament. All the speakers that are coming on today are big, let's do it energy. Just do it. I wish I could create a shirt for all of us, Michelle, that says like,
yeah,
just do it energy, but I think I would get sued by Nike. So yeah,
yes.
But you guys, I'm going to drop one more time into the chat, Michelle's info. And I wanted to introduce you guys before Michelle hops off. Michelle, meet Rachel. Rachel helps moms and also people. It doesn't just have to be moms, but create like an independent lifestyle where they can work from home, take care of their kids. So I think you guys have some overlap too, and maybe you guys can connect offline.
Love it. Love it.
Definitely.
Nice to meet you and good luck.
Yeah,
thank you so much, Shana. Thank you so much,
welcome.
guys. I love you so much. Good luck. And I'm going to see you overseas, abroad, somewhere. You can do it. I could do it. You could do it. Ciao.